Life is full of noise. Family noise, and all you parents, don't amen so loudly that the kids can hear you. Friend noise, job noise, the noise of comparison, the noise of criticism, the noise of a strained bank account, the noise of a bad doctor's report. The silent noise, that noise that no one else can hear but screams the loudest of anything else because of loss or absence. Noise surrounds us and overwhelms us. And so we respond. We either escape, cramming the earplugs in our ears and trying to fake it through it all, and we end up being desensitized and confused. Yet we're nodding all the while, pretending that we even have a clue. Or we embrace every noise that comes our way. We try to move forward, but we're paralyzed by the sheer volume of it all. But you see, the answer to all this noise isn't in escaping it, and it isn't found in embracing it. The answer is learning to choose to hear the right noise. So how do we hear the right noise? Jesus tells us in John 10, verses 3 through 5 and verse 27, "The watchman opens the gate for him, and the sheep listen to his voice. He calls his own sheep by name and leads them out. When he has brought out all his own, he goes on ahead of them, and his sheep follow him because they know his voice. But they will never follow a stranger. In fact, they will run away from him because they do not recognize a stranger's voice. My sheep listen to my voice. I know them, and they follow me." If you don't learn to know the voice for which you're listening, it's a given that you're never going to hear it. Jesus says that the sheep knew the voice of the shepherd. How did they know? Because they remained with him. They chose to hear him. They chose to understand and learn the rise and fall, the timbre of his voice, because they remained with him. They chose to hear him above the noise of their bleating counterparts. They chose to hear his voice above all the noise of the growling enemy. They chose to hear his voice above the thunderous storm and the rain that beat down on them and further weighted the load that they were carrying. So today, maybe we need to ask the Lord this question: Lord, what do I need to listen through instead of listen to? The enemy wants to distract you. He wants to distract you with all these noises so you don't hear the voice that really matters, the one that will speak to all the needs that you're looking to satisfy in the depths of who you are. What do you need to listen through instead of listen to? You know, instead of letting that noise paralyze you, let that noise prompt you to press in and hear the voice of the shepherd, because his voice will usher you into the sweet, safe silence of his truth. And it's not a place where the noise is absent. It's a place where it fades away and it's overshadowed in the light of the words of the great I am. So will you do that today? Your shepherd is calling. His voice is there in the midst of all the noise. If you will choose to listen, he wants you to listen to him and hear amidst all the noise, the right noise, his voice.